Hello and welcome back, it's the Mac, and welcome back to the channel and to a revisit of Panzer Battles North Africa in 1941. This is part of a series that I'm doing videos as requested by my viewers, and this has actually been requested a long time ago, but I make notes of everything. I never forget. I'm going to try to please my viewers here, and I'm going to be starting to duke that list out with all the requests from people, what they want to see on the channel, and battles to be covered, and stuff like that. Right, so this is going way back. I did cover this game for, I think, over a year ago. Maybe not as extensive as I am covering games today, but still, it's been covered. But one of my viewers has requested to actually play one of the scenarios during the Operation Compass. There's quite a few in this title. It's covered very extensively of all the major battles that took place during that time. So if you guys don't know what Compass was the initial. It actually started as a response to the Italians as they had invaded Egypt and actually only took a small portion of the country and sort of dug in, and they had major supply problems. So they sort of just made these reinforced camps, and of course they held Bardia and Tobruk and all that, but Sidi Barani, but they didn't make any more gains, and they were actually outnumbering the British forces there by like 10-1. It was nuts. But the British actually, they started to have these reconnaissance missions, and so there was supposed to be raids to put some pressure on the Italians, but it actually became a full-fledged attack basically, and overwhelming the Italians and just destroying division after division and taking tens of thousands of prisoners. It's just a really mad situation there, and I think the British were really startled as well. I think things were going so well because on paper the Italian was pretty badass, but in reality they were not that good on the field of battle there. And another thing to note is that this was actually one of the first real British major operations of the whole war. They've mostly been on the defensive, they were helping defending France, and they were helping to defend Norway. But this was actually their first really tactical attack of the war, and it was in North Africa there. And the commander-in-chief there, he was actually using tactics that was later to be used by Rommel, the fast blitzkrieg style attacks with armor and infantry and combined arms to quickly overrun and shock the enemy. So that's pretty cool. I mean, many of these are almost forgotten battles, but it was quite a interesting time of warfare at the Compass operations there. So it ended that the British actually utterly defeated the Italians, and then the Germans had to send Rommel down with his forces to save the situation there. And then after that, we have all the famous battles of the Desert Rat and the Desert Fox duking it out there in the desert. So there's lots of good scenarios covering here. You have the full Compass operation here. It's 47 turns. The first camp to be attacked was this one here, and the Italians were completely overrun and destroyed here. They had the General Maletti, Maletti's motorized infantry and tanks there. They were completely destroyed because the British just had the Matilda II tanks delivered, which were vastly superior than the Italian tanks, mainly in armament. I mean, they were a lot better. So, and the second camp was Tumar. Here the Italians put up a bit more of the of a fight, but were easily overcome. Sidi Barrani was next, and then Bardia. So I'm thinking of doing Bardia because this is a very interesting battle actually, and because the 4th Indian Division was actually was taken out of battle and moved into Egypt to fight some more Italian troops there. And the Australians actually made their debut the 16th. Is it the 16th? Here we go. 19th. What does it say here? Okay, I'm going to read this. So it's Bardia, Libya, January 3rd, 1941. So this was recommended to play Allied human versus the Axis. We're going to be the Allies here. This scenario uses variable objective victory points. Yeah, so this is a new feature actually in the Panzer Battle series. I cannot account of the exact details, but I think what it is that the objectives has a variability for turns as the battles is shifting, what they are worth in points basically, and who's holding them and at what time of the battle. So they can shift dependent upon the end of the battle, then what kind of victory points you're going to get. So that's an interesting aspect they've added to the game to sort of have more unpredictable endings, and you need to like have a look at to have a watchful eye on the objectives, I guess. After the initial actions in Operation Compass, the Italians were expelled from Egypt and pushed back into Libya. General Amberlin Bangazzoli decided to hold at Bardia, one of 2 fortified locations of Caesarea. With the 4th Indian Division's recall to the East Africa, yeah, this is what I just said, the trained but untested 6th Australian Division took the Bardia fort under siege after over a week of planning and preparation. Yeah, so there was like a stop in the fighting there, and I think there was something like 5 divisions or something, Italian divisions in that area, and so it was only one division that actually overtook them and took Bardia, which is on paper crazy, but in reality it did happen. So after over a week of planning and preparation, the Australians launched their attack in the morning of January 3rd, 1941. The Italian defenses, though well prepared, were defended by a mix of units that had been routed from the Egypt and Resident's Black Shirt Division. The Australians only attacked with 2 of the available 3 infantry brigades, the 19th Brigade being held back to attack Tobruk after Bardia fell. The Australians attacked using the 16th and the 7th Brigade and ran into significant initial resistance, and particularly from the Italian artillery. So, yeah, artillery was pretty effective with the Italians there. Once through the initial defenses, the Australians rolled up the defensive bunkers from both the flank and the rear. The Allies had estimated that 23,000 were defending Bardia and were shocked when close to 40,000 Italians surrendered. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy shit going on there. We're going to be playing that. And I'm going to try and play it as historically accurate as I can recall from this battle. So it'll be more interesting to see what actually happened. See if I can recreate history, actually. Sorry, we're going to go okay there. We're going to be allies. They're going to be automatic there. Rules. I think it's recommended to actually have the default rules on here. So we have artillery with low visibility, air effects, indirect fire, and strike by the map. Counter battery. Yeah, so we're going to have that going for us there. And we're going to be firing this up, and we're going to see what happened. Right, so this is actually a blind playthrough. I have never actually tried this scenario, so it's going to be fun to share that with you guys. Right, night turns. Smoke available is 10. 1 of 23 there. Okay, so now we're at the Panzer battles. It's 250 meters a hex. I think a turn is like one turn is like half an hour, equivalent in real time there. Right, here we go. Let's zoom out a bit. Right, so this is a pretty big map here. We got Bardia here. Yeah. So it's 12:30. I think the initial attack started with quite a heavy bombardment, because this is where the 16th Australian Brigade attacked through, and and they had support of the 7th Royal Tank Brigade as well. Yeah, we got 15 Matildas there, about 30 tanks. They're pretty badass. They got a morale A there, so they're pretty eager for a fight. There was also a couple of battleships that took part in this fight. The British, yeah, here they are. We have the HMS Terror. Yep. They were really well-armed battleships that pounded the Italians here, the Italian defenses. I think they actually initially started to hit Bardia here. It really hit the port badly and damaged units. And then later on in the battle, they provided a lot of artillery support in the north, so to say, in the north of the attack there. So, if you have a look at the big picture here, the 16th Brigade actually smashed through here, and they moved pretty rapidly through the defenses, and they were already at this crucial crossroad here by a couple of hours of fighting, actually. So the plan was to split the army in two. I mean, the defenses of Bardia here. So they were going to capture Bardia and leave this northern part isolated and being hit by artillery. And then they rolled up the defenses here and took the bunkers later on in the fight. In the south, this is where they had the reconnaissance was in the south, was actually the heaviest Italian defenses. That's why they decided to attack in this flank here. In the south, I don't think, yeah, is this the 17th down here? I think it is. They're part of the 17th Australian Infantry Brigade, yeah. They actually did not commence their attack until about, around noon on the 3rd. So this was tough going here. This was pretty well defended. As you can see, it's quite a small force as well attacking here. They have a couple of companies here. Platoons even. Yeah, these are platoons. Oh, I'm thinking Panzer campaigns. Yeah, it's just platoons here, 111 men here advancing up and taking these positions here. So that actually took some time, but they actually reached the switch line by the first day. What's confusing me is this. This must be the rest of the 17th Brigade, yeah. So this was split in two here. If I recall, most of the attack went from the south. I'm not sure when these guys are going to be released, actually. But they are sort of formed up here. So I guess their task will be to smash through here and roll down the bunkers and attack these guys in the back. I guess that's what they're... This is the force I'm not really remembering what they did exactly, but I guess they will be going through here and hitting the Italians in the back there. Another thing was, then when the 16th had captured this area, basically, the 19th Brigade should be around here somewhere. This is the 19th. Yeah, this is the 19th here. Yeah, the 19th Brigade actually was the brigade that captured the town itself. So they moved up really rapidly and sort of smashed in here. And the defenders were just overwhelmed, and the Bardia was actually captured there. And then in the third day of the battle, they took out the north here and the south, and in these pockets they surrendered. So that's the basic of the battle there. And here we should have a big here it is, the big concentration of artillery supporting this major thrust in here. Okay, that's what I remember. Do type in the comments if I'm wrong there, but I think that's basically how the attack went about. Okay, so we're going to try to recreate that. All right, so there shouldn't be that many units released. Let's see. This infantry battalion is, yeah, they're going to be starting the attack here. They're right at the front here. Yeah, another thing was that there was an anti-tank ditch all around Bardia, which caused problem for tanks to cross in here because they couldn't cross this anti-tank ditch, and they had the Australian had engineers to destroy these ditches so the armor could move in and just wreak havoc on the enemy, basically. So there's going to be some engineer action going on here. And what they did, I think they had 2 breach points for the armor to cross and start causing damage on the enemy there. So we have, these guys are still fixed, yeah, in the back here. I think they will be released around, I think they started the attack around 7 o'clock in the morning or something. The tanks rolled up and started attacking here. So we have another battalion in the back here, so that's going to go in as well. What's this here? We have the 6th Cavalry Regiment there. All right, some more engineers, heavy machine gun platoon there in Northumberland. All right, we'll see how it goes. How accurate I can do this. So this is still a question, but I think I will do what I said. I will just get them to help out, because the 17th was basically tasked with taking the south there. What's this here? Okay, there's streams here. Okay, it's interesting. Looks like it's dried up, though. There's a water reservoirs there. All right, so let's commence the attack. So actually, there was a big bombardment that initiated the attack. We can't see anybody here. We're going to have to... I mean, the visibility should probably be 1 hex. Yeah, because it's nighttime. It's like 12:30 in night. We can have a look at weather, I guess. Current weather is normal conditions. 1 hex. Tomorrow's forecast is none. The objectives are all in Italian hands. What about the victory? What do we need here? Okay, we need over 800 points for a major here. And you would definitely say that this was a major victory for the Australians. So we're going to have to try and do that. It's going to be tough. Well, we'll see. Last command report we had. What else is good to check out? And is everything set to correct? I guess. Yeah, let's just start the attack. All right, so we got barbed wire. They had some good fortifications. I think even they had bunkers and stuff. So it's going to be tough going here in the start. All right, so we have engineers all along the front here. Let's start with these guys. And they will attempt to blow up the anti-tank ditch there. Let's go. Damage bridge or anti-tank ditch, yeah. And we want to destroy this one here, so this armor can move in and exploit. So let's go up right. It's now damaged, which means we can move through. Let's move the infantry up. They are charging into the fight. All right, there's something there. It's bunker. No one fired at us. Okay, so we have engineers and infantry. They will advance, and the engineers will start clearing the barbed wire. So will these guys. Okay, now we're getting fired upon. First casualty of the fight. 1 man was killed from the Australian, one of those platoons there. Okay, here we go. We're going to be blowing this ditch up as well. Upright, yep. We're using like Bangalores and stuff to destroy these things. The infantry will advance. Okay, being shot at. What kind of defenders we got here? Settore Ponticelli. Settore Ponticelli, okay. Double digits, so there's less than 100 men in these bunkers. All right. What do we got? We have some reconnaissance here. Let's, how far can they move? All right, so they'll just move up. We have our headquarters, Lieutenant Cole K.W. Ether. And anti-aircraft machine guns there. Sure, let's move them up. All right. so let's see. Now we can see the enemy, and now we should just unleash hell of the artillery here. First of all, let's see what else we can move here. All right, we can move them in the south, but they are not really... I guess we could try and clear some obstacles. We do have engineers. Could clear this. Could move some engineers and start taking out the obstacles there. Why not? We have machine gun. Heavy machine gun there. And a platoon of infantry. We have more infantry here. There's no barbed wire here. That means there could be mines. Because we only have one engineer unit here. Okay, there's probably mines there. We could move through the barbed wire, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're just going to move up. Our forces getting ready here. We're going to try and do it. We're going to wait until around 11:30 and start this attack in the south there. We have some reconnaissance units here with brand carriers. There's an airstrip here. Okay, let's get them up a bit. I wonder if I can do reconnaissance here. I can, but we can't see anything. It's only like 1 hex visibility there. Let's get our headquarters up a bit. Yeah, let them stay there. Okay, here we go. The AFIS battleship. I think it was. I read somewhere something crazy that the one of the battleships actually entered the harbor here and just wreaked havoc on the whole place. I'm not sure if it was the AFIS or it was Ladybird. I don't think it was HMS Terror. Let's see the range of these guns. So they have long range, 6-inch naval guns. Yeah, we need to... The visibility is crap out here. We need to move in so we can actually see coastal targets. And because we don't have any troops on the ground that can spot units here. So the ship's going to have to spot themselves. All right, so let's move the AFIS a bit down here. Let's get the Ladybird forward as well. And the HMS Terror will move in as well. Getting closer to the port there. Visibility is going to be improving during the day, though. All right, that's all we can do. Firing, yeah, we have a massive artillery that's going to unleash hell, hopefully. We do have our mortars as well. Okay, those mortars they're fixed, still fixed there. We do have artillery batteries in the south as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our artillery, what we can do here. All right, we have 64th Medium Regiment there, 4.5-inch guns. Okay, let's see what we can fire on here. Let's just unload. Fire at the bunkers. 8 guns. The hard attack rating is pretty bad, actually. The 25-pounders are better. Okay, we have 12 guns here. Okay, 25-pounder guns. That's probably all we can do. That's all the firing we can do now. Didn't seem to have any effect. All right, we do have our mortars. These mortars here, who are they part of? Okay, they're part of that. These are only two tubes there. These are 3-inch mortars. Range 10. So these bunkers are within half range. They're not that great versus hard targets. I mean, these mortars. I guess I could move them up if I can. They can only move 1 hex and deploy. So let's get them right up the back here. Okay, those guys are still fixed. I can't move them there. Okay. All right. Guess that will be it. All right, so that's the first turn there. Let's end the turn. We're gonna have to save it as battle 1. Here we go. I got fast AI on, otherwise the turns will just take too long there. Okay, so here we go. Now there is some action going on. We got dawn turn, 7 o'clock. All right, so there was a jump from 0:30 to 7 o'clock there. We have some released units. The Australian Pioneers have been released. Some Australian Infantry Battalion and the Royal Tank Regiment. Smoke is available. We are clearing mines at these positions. Yeah, they cleared those mines there. They can actually move. Oh, there's probably going to be forces there, though. 3 artillery units are unavailable. All right. Let's have a look at... I don't think there was any reinforcements that came. This was it. Let's have a look at scheduled forces here. Now, there's nothing coming in. And we don't have any air assets yet. It would probably say in our command report if we have any RAF moving in here. All right, so now it's 7 o'clock. And we need to push the attack here if we're going to keep up the schedule here. All right. The state is... Okay, we're spotting some Italian anti-tank guns. These anti-tank guns were actually quite decent. All right, so they're in bunkers. They have no status effect. Let's see. We got to... Okay, let's deploy these mortars first. Okay, one more of our mortars got released. All right, let's do barrages first. See if we can get anybody... Let's get the heavy guns. Where are the heavy guns here? Okay, we can fire with the naval guns. Let's see. 60-pound gun. All right, these are heavy guns. They're not that great versus hard though. This is pretty good. What is that? That is an Ordnance BL 6-inch howitzer. It has a 5 attack rating versus hard. So what does the 25-pounders have? 6. They're actually better. All right. Let's see. 8 guns. Okay, one of our 12-gun batteries unavailable. Let's fire with 12 guns here. No effect. All right. No effect. Some more 12-gun battery. 1 man was killed. Those are the heavy guns. Another 12-gun battery here. No effect. Alright, let's fire with those 4.4-inch guns as well. No effect. Okay. Alright, the mortars. I want to move them up. These mortars can rain down a bit closer range. No effect. Alright. Here we have the naval guns. I don't think the naval guns actually landed support over... They fired at the port here. Let's have a look at visibilities. Still not that great visibility here. Right, we need to move in these... let's get the AFIS a bit closer here. How far can he move and fire here? You know, okay. Let's just move them in close. The HMS Terror as well. Hopefully visibility will improve soon. Still 1 hex there. Okay. So they're moving in here. Alright, let's have a look. What can we do? Because nothing really happened in the defenses here. So we're going to have to go for assaults. That's all we can do. We're not going to be firing and trying to get these guys disrupted. All we need to do is just assault. That's basically what we're going to do. Alright, so let's take these guys here. And the engineers, and trying to take this bunker here. Let's go. Taking hits there. Mortar fire. We lost 3 men, the defender lost 2. So they're still holding that. Right, speed is of the essence here. We need to move up. Let's get these guys, move them up and see what's going on in here. We got attacked by machine gun. Okay, we got mortar team there as well. Let's move the engineers. Start clearing the barbed wire. Okay, we do have another group here that could try and take this bunker out, or just keep on the advance. I think we need to advance. I mean, speed is definitely of the essence here, and gaining ground. So let's advance. Okay, there's barbed wire there. We need to surround these bunkers. All right, these guys are standing in obstacles. They can move into this broken ground. Or try to get this bunker taken out. Let's assault this bunker and see what we can do. We lost a man, the enemy lost 3. Let's get the engineers in there and start clearing those barbed wires. Alright, so I didn't even check my units out here. Let's have a look. They have assault 10. Yeah, the Australians were quite, was actually not a battle-tested division. They came in kind of fresh, and they had problems with supply and equipment as well. But considering all the odds they had against them, they did an outstanding job of this operation. I think I read somewhere that they were only allowed to fire 1 round, 1 practice round before they actually came into combat. I'm not sure if that's true, but I read it somewhere. All right. Okay, so they tried to assault, they failed. We got a headquarters in MG there, they're going to have to stay there. We have reconnaissance. How can they move? They can actually get in there, but I don't want to put my reconnaissance in the front lines there. I guess they're going to be holding them back there a bit. Right, these mortars could move up. They're still fixed. All right, so we do have now the Royal Tank Brigade has been released. We have 15 Matilda 2s here, man. Defense is 18. Speed is slow. Yeah, these tanks were slow. All right, we can move up to the breach. That's basically all we can do there. And we have a breach here. We're going to be able to cross the next turn there. Okay, looks like we have releases of the rest of the 16th Infantry Brigade here, the 2nd Battalion there. Right, they're going to be moving in. We got pioneers here, 90 guys here. It's good. Right, so they're going to be forming up. Well, I guess they could move in here. We start clearing this. We do have this brigade as well. They will probably move northwards a bit more and take this. We might have to be using 2 battalions actually to get in there. Let's just get them behind the breach. Okay, they can actually move in there. Okay, we've got reconnaissance. Infantry, engineers, headquarters, MGs. We have the tank brigade headquarters there, or regiment. Let's get them in there. These guys are all fixed at the moment. Yep, they will be released later. Here's the brigade headquarters there. It's fixed. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that's all we can do there. Actually, we can probably shoot with some more artillery now that we can spot. Yeah, we can unleash some more of these 25-pounder regiments here. Let's fire. No effect. Okay, let's just shoot a couple of mortar rounds. No effect. Yeah, no effect there. Okay. I guess we could lay smoke screens and stuff. Okay, what else is released? Yeah, we don't want to move the headquarters next to this bunker just yet. Yeah, these guys here in the south, they are not attacking. We're just going to leave that engineer unit there for now. What is the visibility here? Okay, so we'll see what happens there. We're just waiting to attack here. We're not moving yet. Okay. And the rest of the 17th has not been released. They're still fixed, these guys. Okay, they don't have any armor support here, so we don't need to blow up the tank ditches there. Okay, we have some of those. All right, I think that's it. That's right. Yeah, we can fire. Why not? We can do some firing, but the odds of actually causing anything is pretty low here. Okay, we lost another man there. One man. All right. So sometimes you can get some lucky results. Let's get the machine gunners. No effect. Let's attack here. No effect. No effect. Okay, we're taking casualties. Let's attack these guys. No effect. Mortars. Artillery. All right. Maybe we could fire guns anyways on susceptible targets. Let's see, what's this? We have this battery here. I mean, we could maybe fire here. We can. We can still fire rounds. This one is probably not in range of anything. This could be in range. Let's land a couple of rounds in there. We've got mortars here as well. Harassing the enemy. We got our batteries in the south as well. These are pretty bad. 18 pounders there. Okay. Let's end the turn, man. Okay. Dawn turn. Smoke 10. We're clearing mines and rubble. 4 artillery units unavailable. Okay. Okay, the enemy's isolated here. Okay, it's now 7:30. I think according to historical fight, the British actually were around here at 8:30. That's like 1 hour away. I don't think we're going to be able to pull that off, but who knows? When we get the armor across here, we could start doing some damage. So what else is released? There's nothing else released, I think. So we're going to just continue here. What is the visibility now? Still 1 hex. 1 hex visibility there. Yeah, I'm going to move this battleship in here, see what happens. See if we can unload hell on some of the units that are located here in the ports. Maybe we could use those heavy naval guns, the Terror, some of these positions. They're pretty devastating guns, but I think they mostly shot at Bardia, and then they actually just shot at the north as well. I don't think they were involved in the actual penetration of the lines here. We will see. We'll see that. We'll continue this fight in the next. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this. The Battle of Bardia, man. See if I can pull it off with the 16th. I mean the 6th Australian Division here. The baptism of fire. It's going to be cool. Right, so we're going to end it here, man. And we're going to pick up the action in the next. So see you later and have a good one.